Right, it's Friday, it's just after midday. I'm here with Wanderers manager Marc White. Let's have a catch up. How you doing, Marc?
I'm okay, mate.
Good stuff, good. Right, so obviously since we caught up last Friday, there's been two more pre-season fixtures. Last Saturday we went over to Leatherhead, the Advertiser Trophy, got a victory on the road there, and then Tuesday night we headed off down to Red Hill, another short drive. And got a victory down there as well. So it's three wins on the bounce. How would you say pre-season's going so far?
Yeah, fine, mate. I mean, I think the main thing was nursing all the boys back. We had about 7 or 8, didn't we, that weren't fully fit, and we've had to nurse them back during close season and then obviously early pre-season. So we're starting to see the introduction of those boys. We needed to blend in the new players. I think they're doing okay. Work to do still. Yes, it's a really, to be honest, mate, it's a good place at the moment. A lot of that baggage removed, isn't there, from last season? That was a slow, painful death. We rebuilt really early on, like even before our last 2 matches, we were rebuilding, deciding upon who we were going to move on. Player targets were acquired really quickly. So yeah, we're really pleased. Thanks to everyone at Leatherhead for their hospitality and a really good pitch. Same down at Red Hill, Jordan, Jerry, all of our friends. It's nice to play local sides in pre-season, so far we've done okay. You know, we should be on a different playing field to sides like that. If I'm honest with you, we're 4 days a week. We are really working hard at what we're doing. So. But yeah, we're really pleased so far. We're from a squad point of view, I'm sure you're going to ask me that next.
Yeah.
Dan Pybus has just started training, which I think is a massive positive. We're going to try and expedite him a little bit. Now we're confident he's better. Dan Gallagher is only about a week and a half away. Don't forget, he's off the back of a hernia up, so that's really... We don't expect any setbacks with Dan Gallagher. We need to be careful with a few of them. Pybus, Frankham, they're the ones that had a little bit more unknowns, so we need to be careful there's no recurrences. But yeah, Bowerman will miss tomorrow because at training he felt a tight hamstring, so he's come back from a broken foot. And then he's sort of charged into training and playing, so that's probably just what that is, a little warning sign, a little bit too much too soon. So we'll sit out said, but yeah, the rest of the boys are thereabouts, and the youngsters will still be involved tomorrow as well, and we're really pleased with them as well. Next week we'll probably let you know where we're at with those youngsters. I think one in particular will potentially be part of what we're doing. And the others would earn potentially, squad numbers and pro deals essentially, and then be put on loan at relevant clubs. So all pretty good on the playing front, to be quite frank. No complaints at all.
Good stuff. I was going to actually also ask about the new signings who are getting involved and settling in. Obviously, Rhys Murphy scored almost 2 identical free kicks in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Jordan, Brennan and Harrison. How are they settling?
Well, obviously fans can get to see them tomorrow against Dulwich. They're great. They're really, really good. I would say they're all ahead of where I expect them to be. Folks, he's got the biggest job because he's got the hairdryer every 2 minutes about how we want to play out. I'm sure the fans have heard it in those that have been there for the games. But he handles that brilliantly, and we need to be really, really disciplined with what we do from the back this year. We want to develop patterns that are essentially unbreakable, and have an A, B, C, D, E plan, and he is the conductor. So he's got the biggest job to do. Jordan Williams, we're just working out. I feel like there'll be certain games he'll be phenomenal in a back 3, and certain games he'll be great as a wing back. I think he's definitely going to play more than one position for us. That's notable. I think he's excellent, top lad. Brennan probably is the one that I think you're looking at thinking, this boy's a League Two player. Really, we've this was a serious, good bit of business with Brennan Camp. Top lad, professional, learning the Wanderers way really quickly, and then Murphy is brilliant. He's a really, really good character as well. Real fun, good to have around the place. I mean, his experience is great. And what you might have seen, I always say to him, he's got feet like Madonna, which is an old Gary Pascoe saying. When Gary Pascoe meant to say on one of his commentaries, obviously remember Gary used to get everything wrong.
Maradona, was
he meant to say Maradona, and he said he's got feet like Madonna. So
love Gary.
But if you watch Rhys Murphy play, his movement and his feet, he's a natural born potent striker. And we signed him all along with thinking about the amount of box entries we'd have, not just in this division, but the one last year. He's a finisher, he knows where the net is, and we need to be kid gloves a little bit with him. But great, really pleased with him. So the new boys are doing well, really well. I think they're probably a bit of an unsung scenario here because we're very pleased with them.
Good stuff, good. And like you say, we'll talk about tomorrow's game in a bit, and the lads will be down and involved there at Meadowbank tomorrow. Now, one thing I did want to mention was Tuesday night at Red Hill, the iconic blue and black striped kit got an airing. And I just wanted to say, I mean, personally, obviously I'm biased, but I thought it looked fantastic. I wanted to say a big thank you to David and the fantastic team at Macron Hastings.
Macron,
They've
unbelievable.
done a brilliant job this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a good kit firm is like, it's a bit like trying to find, a good cleaner, or it's one of those areas. It's just difficult. And Macron, Hastings and David Henham, they've really upped their game last 3-4 years, and they kit out like a huge amount of teams. Nothing's ever a problem. They interact. They're supporters, and I can't speak highly enough of those. So, yeah, appreciate that, Dave. And the kits look great. Retro, the original one that had the Royal Oak on it. The pub that sponsored the football team. My mate Benny played in goal. He wasn't a goalie, but he was just the tallest one in the team. So we stuck him in goal. And I remember a bloke tried to take him out, and then Benny nearly killed him, so he didn't go near him again. But yeah, so it looks great. It looks great.
Love it. And also a big thank you to our sponsors. Again, they look fantastic on the kit. Stonegate, and Castalia Library.
Castalia Library, and his team, massive supporters of the club now, which we really appreciate, Box and stuff. And JJ Mack as well, who is just, I love him.
Pat's a legend.
I love Pat, because at every single game, no one enjoys me bollocking the players more than Pat. he always joins in almost. I love it. So big supporter of the club. But without them supporters, sponsors, and the 12th man, which is our ownership group, the club would not be what it is today. And the club's at a pivotal time. I mean, I'm sure loads of our ownership group watched this video, and we sent out loads of comms this week. We're now, at the moment, they're sort of below the line to our ownership group, confidential, but the club has undertaken a significant moment in its history, and that sort of, that 12th man group, the ownership group, you guys have been phenomenal from day one. This week it's been amazing, and without sponsors and our fellow owners, we'd be nowhere, because we've seen this week the news out of Woking. I mean, you see it all the time. Dagenham last year, Woking are talking about, and I think it's terrible. The owners could not be more honest. He's saying, I've given this everything I've got, and I've even had to borrow money from my mum and dad, and I've given all my savings for this club, and it's not enough. And they're in trouble, and he's getting new owners. And, this is football top to bottom. And football clubs are held together by amazing sponsors and supporters, and we're fortunate, very fortunate.
Absolutely. And obviously, it feels like it's been a long time, but we're finally back at Meadowbank tomorrow, when we're going to see a lot of our friends, supporters, sponsors, etc. Dulwich Hamlet, 3 o'clock kickoff. What's your thoughts on that one, Mark?
Well, Hack's in charge, so that'd be fun. We had a rivalry when Maidstone won the league, so that'd be fun. Dulwich, Ben have done a great job consolidating Dulwich Hamlet, Ben Clasper, and they are really infamous, aren't they, in non-league football? The amount of players that have gone through Dulwich Hamlet famously over the years. Still an institution in South London, suffered an unlikely relegation. We've had some good pre-season results, and we're looking forward to their supporters coming down. It's important to note you can drink pitch side, which I know to the Dulwich Hamlet fans is a big deal. Decision maker probably, but if the weather's like this, and I think it's 24, 25, so pitch side drinking, come down, bring your tambourines, bring your triangles, and let's have a good day. We had a great relationship with Dulwich when we was in the same division, home and away. Really amazing set of fans, to be fair. Probably the best in the country, arguably. Travelling numbers, follow their team. And hopefully tomorrow we get a load of our fans out. This is what the boys want this year, I think, and that's what I want to see is just, it all begins now. It all begins now. Be a beautiful day. Let's get down there. Pitchside drinking for our fans as well. So look forward to seeing Hack and look forward to beating him.
On that note, what a great point to finish. So obviously anyone who's watching who hasn't got a ticket for tomorrow, please visit
They're online.
They're online. It's always easier if you buy them in advance, you breeze through, but there will be turnstiles in operation from 1 o'clock. The fan zone's going to be open for both sets of fans. The weather's going to be lovely, like Mark said, so let's have a great day and look forward to seeing everybody back at Meadowbank.
That's the plan.
Yeah. All right, Mark, well, thanks for your time.
Cheers, boys.
We'll catch up again
See you
next
later.
week. Cheers.
Cheers.